Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. We're on our 100-day challenge again. Oh my word. We're on day 21. I got another little craft along for you. We're making envelope pockets today. Don't let me forget to check that off because you know how I am. Okay, now I've made these before and shown how to make them. There's several different ways to do it. If you're going to open up this end, I'm going to show you how to do that. You, of course, can leave it closed, right? All the way, and you just have a hinged-in, sturdy page, right? So you can do that. And then I've got this other one that I'm going to do. I'm doing some for the hometown journals. So that's what I'm doing them for. You can do them for any journal. You know, as the seasons change, so does the sun where I'm doing my videos. I'm just saying. Okay, this side is the part that can get a little bit hinky on you. If you want to open this up as a pocket, you don't need to glue anything here, right? So you just have to be careful. And what I do is I put it on there where I'm gonna have it, right? And then I fold it up, and then I put a line, a little pencil line, where I'm gonna not put tape or anything past. So that's a kind of a safeguard thing. So what I'm gonna do with this one, I'm gonna do this side first because it's the most hinky. The other one's easy. I mean, it's just simply matting it on there somewhere near straight, you know. This one, yeah, you got to work with it a little bit more. I hope my glue is working today. I haven't used it yet, so wild side and all that. Okay. Now, I'm going to, where's my, it's early for me, and I guess I'm still a little bit brain boggled. Anyways, I'm going to put the glue on where I had the tape. Now I have rounded my corners. You don't necessarily have to do that. I just like the look of it. So I'm going to do glue all along where I've got the tape so that I can move it if I need to. Okay? So I'm going to put it this way because this is the dry side and I don't have to stick my fingers all in the glue. I want it right up to that fold line, but not over it. And the reason I'm going more towards this end is that I am planning on opening this up. So by the time I cut that off, it'll look about even-ish, you know. So, let's see. Brayer. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so now I've got that on there. What I'm going to do, make sure this isn't glued in anywhere in there. So I'm going to put glue along this edge here. Not the top yet. I'm going to put glue along the edge here. And down through here, and fill that in. This is just the way I do it. You don't have to do it this way. If it works better for you to do it another way, do it another way. You do you, I do me, and we all get to the same place in the end eventually, maybe, sort of. Okay, so now I've got it to where it's taped and or glued in the right place. And it's open inside. Just, you know, kind of give it a double check and make sure you didn't glue anything together in there, right? Now that you've done that, we're going to put a thin bead of glue right across through there. Because I do want to close this up on this end. This is the hard end. You can put things in this side if you so choose. But it's not as easy to get things in and out on this side as it is on the other side. When you're putting this in a journal, you're like as not, you're just going to hinge that in, you know, going this way, and then this is going to be underneath something and all that kind of razzmatazz. Well, if you just cut the tiniest edge off of here, you can put stuff in and out of that pocket really easy that way, right? So, okay, I'm just, you know, what they call it, beating a dead horse or something. I don't know. It's an old saying from where I'm from. I don't know. I don't know if everybody says that. Poor thing. Anyways, yeah. I just want to make sure I leave it open and put things in the easy side of it. Okay. Or for me, it's the easy side. It might not be that way for everybody. You know, again, I said, you do you. Okay, I got to get that flap out of my way, you know. Okay, more towards the flap than towards the this side. Okay, because again, I'm trimming that off. I'll probably wait until I put it in the journal. And you know me, I'm going to put lace on this and stuff. So, I'm just making it right now. So, yeah. I've got a regular horizontal page journal that I'm going to be making. But I'm also making a tall, like a traveler's notebook kind of thing. You know, a tall page journal. If that makes any kind of sense. I don't know if it's making sense or not. But I'm going to do that. So I've got two different envelopes to show you how to make. This is super simple and easy. The envelope is the size it is. It is fine for going in a regular, you know, a regular sized envelope journal or 9x6 journal or whatever, you know, you're going to do like that. Okay, we're going to put that to the side. This one is a little different. It's one of those mailers, the junk journal kind of thing, you know, junk mail. But I don't use them very often, guys, because that is literally paper thin. It's very thin, and it's a lot thinner than I want to use on most of my stuff, but it's just about the right size to go in the traveler's journal. So, and it was here, so I'm like, well, let me use that. Okay, full disclosure, I don't like the inside. It looks weird. Some people might like that. That's fine. It's not my cup of tea, the inside of it. It's kind of a dark gray, little bitty, I don't know what you call that. So, and I didn't trust myself to remember to put something in there. This window is on my, look, if you've got one and you've got a window and you don't like what's in the envelope, put something in there to look at besides what's in the envelope. So I just glued that in because on a video, things can go awry. We'll just put it that way, okay? And I can forget things. So the things what I need to do to make this sturdy, this little bitty paper thin envelope, is I'm going to use lightweight cardstock and I'm going to sturdy it up, okay? First off, I'm going to use some washi. I've had this washi tape for an age and a day. I got it on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. It's not real strong, but I don't care. The thing is, you see these black lines? No matter what you do, that's going to show. So I'm going to cover it like that, and then it won't show, at least not as much. I'm going to cover over it, so I'm not putting extra glue under it. I'm just going to cover over it, and hopefully you'll just see that instead of, I hope. So what I'm going to do is now that I've done my pre-stuff, I've got this one. Oh, I'm going to close this. Look, I am not using that flap. That is so paper thin, it's ridiculous and dangerous. I wouldn't want to use that in to be sturdy or anything like that in a journal. That would be no. So I'm just going to put a little glue on there and close it up. Okay? Because, no, really. I'm not going to worry too much about this flap because I'm going to open this side, okay, for a pocket, and that'll be fine. I think I am going to do a little bit of, just in case it shows, just a little bit of inking along here. Okay, now enough's enough. All right, see, it doesn't even want to stay closed when you glue it. This stuff is so thin till it's ridiculous, but it's the size I wanted, so we're working with it. This one has the double stick tape on it, and like I said, we're going to sturdy this thing up to where it's not, hopefully, not going to be flimsy. I don't like flimsy in my journals. So, yeah. This one is one of the background pages from the Hometown journal kit. And it's just a, I don't know, it's a vintage grid. Yeah, it's a vintage grid sort of look to it. It's a background page, so you can, of course, and I will, embellish and cover it and all that kind of stuff. Now, so, I mean, you know, if you've got some of these envelopes that are just laying around or cluttering up your whatever, it's my way of doing it. There's a lot of ways of doing it, and you can round your corners if you want to, but I didn't want to. And I didn't want that showing through either. I'm kind of funny about stuff like that. I want it all covered. So, yeah. Get all my edges down real good. I'm just using it as a base, and then of course it will be laced up and embellished and put pretty things on, and it'll be a cool thing to go in the journal, just not, you know, as it was. Because no. Okay. Alright, now we've got that side. Now, if you've got one with a hole in it, a window, and you want to use the window, what I do is, now you can take a piece of paper, like a lightweight copy paper or a vellum, and make you a template if you want to. You just, on this kind of thing, you have to figure out what works best for you. I didn't want it right up to the edge of this hole. So I put the paper where I wanted it and held it still, and then I looked underneath and I put a line. I looked underneath and put a line, all four places. Then I used the paper trimmer, excuse me, to get my straight lines on the top and bottom. Then I got in with my scissors and went around on the sides. It doesn't have to be too complicated. But yeah, you can also, if you wanted to, you could take strips of paper and go around that hole, and then, you know, use strips on the envelope. That's fine too. I didn't want mine to be all the way to the edge of this. I wanted it to be just a bit smaller. That way I wouldn't have to worry about seeing any of the envelope part, right? And it's already got the acetate-y kind of piece in there, so that's cool. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this on, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do about the flap. Because, yep, I'm going to put another one. This is lightweight cardstock, and the flap I'm going to put on, of course, is lightweight cardstock. It's just, I have safety issues, and and trust issues and stuff. I don't know. Also, with this hole on the outside, not this side, but on the other side, I'm going to put lace around it. And oh, I didn't get that off. There's another one, you silly. I'm going to put lace around it and you know, make it pretty. You don't want to get your glue too close to the edge. Hopefully I'm not, but it'll squidge out onto that, and yeah, you'll be able to see that. So kind of give it a minute. If you think you've gotten it a little bit close and it's going to squidge out or something, give it a little bit of a minute to sort of get tacky on you, you know, just kind of keep it from getting too. We'll see what happens. I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Because I want all those black lines and everything covered up. I want it to be centered-ish, right? Want that hole to be covered properly. Yeah. I just kind of roughly cut that out, and I roughly kind of inked around it. But I'm just, you know, it didn't squidge, so we're good. All right. Acetate's kind of an unforgiving thing to work with. That little plasticky acetate, see-through stuffy, you know, stuff. It is. It's a little unforgiving, so just have to be careful around it. All right. Now we're taking that paper thin envelope. It's just a junk mail. This one, you know, like if you get a bill and they send you the thing to pay the bill. Well, who does that nowadays? We all pay online, right? Anyways, you get extra envelopes that way. Or I do. But yeah, they are paper thin, and yeah, there's that. Okay, so now we've got this, and you go, but what we're going to do is, this is, now this is just to the envelope. I mean, what, you're going to measure this to be as long as your envelope is, of course. I use 2 inches, okay? So, I'm going to put my flap going this way on it. And the reason I'm doing this is that I'm planning on, it's a plan, okay? I'm planning on making it in the signature where this is on one side and this is on another. Does that make sense? It'll be sewn through that way. So anyways, I want it to be just a touch off of the fold, of course. And yeah, I'm giving myself 1/2 inch there to work with to put the flap on. And since this is lightweight cardstock, I should be fine to sew through it in a signature, because it'll have the other pages to help it out, you know, be not too weak or anything. We sew through pages like this all the time, and even thinner, so this will be fine. I just needed another flap. Oh, craft a lunch. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, that one that was on there is way too thin to use. So, yep, gonna just put some glue on here, get it on there, and it'll be ready to rock and roll. Or at least to go in a journal. Okay. So, and I know you're saying, well, your other flap went this way, but that's okay. I want this side to be in the front, you know, thingy. So I'm going to put it this way. And that's the good thing about when you're doing it this way. You can do it whichever way you want, right? Right up to the fold, but not quite in it, if that makes sense. Yeah, makes sense to me. So now we've got a sturdy, envelope. And when I get ready to put it in the journal, well, I can show you now. I'm just going to trim off this edge right here. Then I'll have to re-ink that. But it works the same way as the other envelopes. Just trim it off. And of course, then you've got openings. And you should always check your corners to make sure they're glued down. These things are not the easiest things to work with. Well, I guess envelopes are a little bit problematic anyways. But they do make interesting elements in the journal. Okay? Now that this is open, I can see I'm going to have to fix that and that. And I may line it, just stick something all the way in there, not just a piece of it. Because I don't like that. So I'm going to glue this down, and then I'll get me a piece of this and just stick it all the way in there, all the way in, and glue it down. That's, you know, I would be happier with it doing that. But yeah, you have to work with envelopes no matter what ones they are, and put them together again, because they, I don't know, they just don't put them together very well. It's been my experience anyways. I don't want to glue any of this to something that I'm going to use. So no, again. Okay, so yep. Yeah, I'll probably put lace down through here too, but yeah, it's just the base of the envelope, and that's how I put them together. Yeah, kind of a unique situation there with trying to get one of these envelopes to work properly. You can buy those ones like this, and they're a little more sturdy. They're a lot more sturdy. And when you put the paper on them, you know, the lightweight cardstock, they're really nice then. And you've got, now this is sturdy. This is sturdy now, but I don't like seeing any of that. So I'll probably put something, it's going to be going this way. I'll probably put something on this side, and I don't know, I may put a strip along through there on the edge just to cover the edge so that I don't see it. I'm weird, I know, but I don't like it. So I want to cover it. And so that you won't intentionally see it. If nobody's going to see it, it won't matter. But if I'm going to see it, it'll matter. So I'll probably put a strip there and cover that completely. So, yep, that's the next job for that one. But that's how I do them. You can do them lots of different ways. Lots of different ways. People use them differently. Now, if it's more handy for you to put something in this side, then make sure you don't close this part of it up and use that side, and then leave this one closed. It's all different kinds of stuff. Okay, before we get too far into the, you know, a whole bunch of stuff, let's mark this off. Let's see, 21. We're gonna get there. We're doing it. Okay, so I hope you guys are finding some kind of value in this that that you can use to make your journals, make them strong and sturdy and really good quality, right? So, yeah, I will off camera do that because it's going to bug me till I do. It will, I know it will. So, yeah. Anyways. I'm a weirdo. Okay. You guys take care. Please like and subscribe. Pretty please. Thanks for watching. TTFN.